Hi everyone, I'm hopeful that all you will be fine. In the last session, we have learned how we can actually get the user summary, okay, using the Zoom Users REST API. And we are keep continuing with the Zoom Users REST API. And in this session, we will learn how we can actually upload the user's profile picture using the REST API, Zoom REST API, okay. For that, we first need to create a const variable for that relative path. So we say here const and we say profile, either we can say profile picture, okay, and we need to use a helper, so we can pass a user id, and then we need to build the path, so we say users, and then we need to pass the user id, and the relative path will be the picture, okay. So on that picture relative path, you can upload the payload with the image, okay. So inside this user ID, you can pass either user ID, which will be a unique grid, and you can either pass email. And if you are OAuth app, then you can pass me, okay. So let's export this. So we say profile picture, need to format the code, and inside the helper, we first need to import that, okay. So here we say profile picture. At the bottom, we need to create a helper, okay. So here we say const upload profile pic, and we say async, and we pass payload, okay. And this API endpoint will be accessible or workable if you have a user write or user write admin scope. So you must be have this scope to hit or post the payload to that endpoint, okay. And this API have a medium rate limit. That means you can send 20 requests per second if you have a pro plan, and with the 60 requests per second if you have a business plus plan, okay. And inside the payload, we must be pass a parameter called parameter, either we can say the field name pic file, okay. So we need to send the name of file with this pic file, okay. So let's continue. For that, we first need to install some packages, okay, we have needed, because currently API is only requesting and serving JSON, but this is a multi-form data. So for that, we first need to install a package. We call it npm I connect and multi-party, okay. And also we need another package called form data, okay. And then we just need to import first. I think we can do that later. First, we need to import the form data. So we have already form data and fs, okay. So these packages are required, okay. So then we just need to build the helper, okay. So let's continue here. So we say first need to build the URI. So we say pick URI, and we use string interpolation. So API base URI, and here we say profile picture, and there we need to pass payload, and we say payload dot user id, okay. And then we must be create a form data, okay. So we just say const, or we can say let form data, new form data, okay. And inside the form data, we append a key, okay. So we say pic file, we name it pic file, okay. And we read the file, so we say fs, and we say create read stream, and we need to get the path from payload. So we say payload dot path, okay. And we name it, so we also say payload dot name, okay. And then we just need to build the axios. So we say here data await and axios, okay. URL pick URI, and method will be post, okay. and we say headers, and inside the headers we first need to set the authorization header, and then we also need to set the content type must be multi-part, okay, form data, okay. So this header are needed for this endpoint, so we say multi-part form data, okay. And I think we then say data will be form data, okay, and we say then, and we say response, and there we need to return the response, okay, and we say catch error, and here we need to return the error, okay, and we need to return the data, okay, need to format the code, and at the bottom we need to export that, so we say upload profile pic, and inside the API we first need to import that multi-party package, so we say const multi-party, and here we need to require, and we say connect multi-party, and we say multi-part, and we call multi-party, okay, and at the end point where we will post the payload, we say app post API zoom, and here we say user. I think we need to pass the user ID, so we say user ID, and we say picture, okay, and async. I think we first need to pass the multi-part, okay, because this endpoint will be receive multi-part data from the client. So we say multi-part, and then we need to find our handler. We say request to response, and need to define the handler. So here we say let picture, either we can say picture result, okay, and we call await, and we call profile, sorry, upload picture. I think we have not imported that, so first need to import. We say upload profile pic, okay, and now we have that helper, so we say here upload profile picture, and before that we first need to, I think we need to get the file, so we say here file, okay, and we get that from request.file files, okay, and we get the pic file, okay, and then we need to set the file user ID will be request.parents.userid, okay, and then we need to pass that file, okay, and we just need to return response.json, and we say picture result, and then need to format the code, okay. We first need to place a breakpoint here, and then we need to place a breakpoint here and also here, okay. So before uploading anything, I must be show you what the profile picture already I have on an account. So just need to open the browser, navigate to the profile, and just need to log in. Okay, you can see here I have a YouTube subscribe button, and now we are going to upload this downloaded picture, this zoom picture, okay. So let's open the postman. So it's a postman, and inside the postman we need to create a request here, so we say add request, and we call it upload profile picture, and change to post, say here http localhost 44000/API/zoom, and we need to pass the email of that user, and we say picture. Okay, and we first need to set the header, so we say here content type, and here we select multipart. Okay, form data, save this request, and inside the body we use the form data, and here we need to set the file, and we need to name it big file. Okay, and from here we select the file, and I think we need to send the request. Oh, let's start. I think we have not started the API, so let's start. Now send the request. Okay, so we have a file. Okay, big file, and let's pick file to file. Okay, and now we are just getting user ID and setting that a user ID. Continue, and here inside the payload we have a user ID. We can see the pick URI, so it is correct, and then we just need to get the path, file name. Okay, and need to build the form data. Oh, form data dot append. Okay, so here's a type mistake, so we first clear npm start, and we say here okay, now we just need to resend the request from here, send the request, continue, and now just we have a form data. Okay, and I think we have a breakpoint, so continue, and we have a response. Inside the response 201 created, and now we can refresh the browser here. Okay, you can see profile picture is changed. Okay, I'm hopeful that you have enjoyed this session. If you have any query regarding this session, then just please place your queries in the video comment section. Either you can share your queries and your suggestions via my shared contact details. Hopefully we will come back with the next session. Take care. Bye bye.